Gotta love that intro. I never get tired of it. Final Fantasy music is the best. Anyways, got a roulette here. Haven't done one in a while, so I went over to Reggie League and I was like, "Hey, who wants to do a roulette?" And a guy named Mr. L accepted, so we're doing one of those. So he subs up while I stealth rock, and then he just switches, and I'm like, "What the hell?" And he's like, "Oh, I was looking at who to switch to, then I accidentally switched it instead of baton passed," and I'm like, "Oh, okay, that's funny." And that could have very well changed the outcome of this, because, my U-turn wouldn't have broken the sub on the Magius, so yeah. So anyways, I bring out Kingdra, and I hit it with a nice waterfall, and, waterfall could have 2-hit KO'd it, but maybe, but I didn't want to risk it, so I just Draco Meteor. And that was a good move, bringing out this. What? God damn it, sorry, my dad walked in just because he's intrusive like that. Anyways, so that was a good move, bringing in Floatzel because he thought I would rain dance and then he would still be faster. So that was cool. So, blah blah blah. Umbreon comes in, and I switch an Absol because it's a beast and superpower will still destroy it almost after a curse, and that did a lot. And he pursues me, which is odd because it's got curse and it should have payback. I've pursued on different kind of Umbreons is cool for psychic spookers and shit like that, but not on the curse set. So you should probably change that to payback. By the way, so I have to go for the superpower, and he brings in the ghost, and he subs up on the switch because Sucker Punch wasn't gonna hit it because I knew he was gonna sub or just Calm Mind, and he Calm Minds, which I'm like, what the hell? You could have just killed me with the Shadow Ball. So I end up breaking a sub, which is cool. And that is cool. So he hits me with a Shadow Ball, and I die, clearly. But Jet Ski did a thing. He took out a Floatzel. Roulette. That's like a cardinal rule. Just have your guy kill at least one of their guys, and that's cool. So I bring in Jeremy, the Metagross. And this is not your average Metagross. I hit him with a Psychic. And that did, about half-ish, so it's like a wall Zapdos, and I'm not going to win the Roost Psychic battle, so I just switch out, plus fearing the Heat Wave just in case, and I go this guy, and he rests, and I thought he was like Chesto because I wasn't paying attention, and I didn't see leftovers, but then I realized, oh, he's Sleep Talk, but I yawned, and I was like, oh man, if he wakes up and yawn hits, that'll just be funny. So he Sleep Talks, and he gets a Thunderbolt, which is like, why would you Sleep Talk Thunderbolt? You're supposed to Sleep Talk Rest. That never works. You're never supposed to sleep talk what you mean to. So I U-turn out in case he switched, and I go to Menopause, who's fucking teddy bear right here, and this guy's sweet. So I called the sleep talk on the rest there, which is why I Swords Dance, and I'm cool because it works, because I can call hacks just like that. And so I nail him with a Facade, and that's just gonna annihilate anything that doesn't resist it. Now this guy is officially a monster. Just sucks that he's got Toxic killing him. So he brings in a Kecleon for the Sucker Punch, but it's unstabbed, and Kecleon doesn't have that great attack, so I just get to annihilate this dude with a Facade too, and that's just total win. And I call it Facade, by the way, not Facade, not Facade, not Facade, Facade. That's how I'd say it. So he brings in the Jolt, and I got a Jet. So I go to Fortress because it's the only thing that can take 2 hits from that thing that I think, because it's at full HP, and I have a lot of special defense EVs because he's so goddamn weak to special hits. And I'm thinking if I can live this second one, it's gonna be sweet because I get to put up a light screen, and that's just nice because now I can have Metagross do his thing safely behind a protective layer of light screeniness, and those electric attacks aren't going to do a whole lot of nothing to me. So I bring in Jeremy again, and he baton pass predicting the earthquake, which is why he went to the levitator, but again, not your average Metagross. So I Psychic, and I was like, God, don't go to Umbreon, but then I was just like, oh yeah, he's not going to be thinking like that. He's going to be thinking that this is your average Metagross. So Psychic takes out the Mismagius, which is total sweetness on that part. So he subs, and I'm like, oh man, he's gonna sub to stall out the frickin' light screen, which sucks. But he doesn't. He just thunderbolts me, and because of light screen, that thing does like 60, 78, 88 damage. I don't know. I can't do math. 78 damage. And then the light screen fades. So if he'd have subbed one more turn, well, I probably still would have lived it. He wouldn't have 2-hit KO'd. I guess he was going for the 2-hit KO there. So I'm locked in on Psychic, so I gotta get out of there. And he wishes, which is smart. And I don't really see Umbreon who runs Protect with Wish. Usually it's like Curse, Payback, Baton Pass, and Wish. But this guy's got Pursuit instead of Payback, so he's got Protect instead of Baton Pass. So he gets his Wish in close combat because it's weak. No, because it's unstabbed. He lives just barely. Probably damage variation, but I'm sure there was like a chance that would have KO'd. But he pursues me and that takes me out. And that's just like, oh god. I could have ended this 30 seconds earlier. So, I bring in Absol to finish it. He protects just because he can and because it's annoying. And everybody protects. And I nail him with a superpower. So, yeah, roulettes are really, really fun. I want to do more. All that good stuff. See you guys later.